Have no fear, Phoenix fanatics. A new episode of the Elon Phoenix Weekly is coming up.
Don't go anywhere.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on another episode of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Cabby Borders.
And I'm Greg Brzezinski. This is your ESPN2 local sports break.
Be sure to tune in every Saturday as we give you the inside scoop on everything Elon athletics.
We have an exciting show for you today, so let's dive right in.
Rhodes Stadium was sold out on September 24th for the family weekend game against the Citadel. Students, families, and alumni alike gathered before the game to tailgate in the spirit of the maroon and gold colors that brought them all together.
Family Weekend is a special time for Elon fans both young and old. Many parents and alumni come together to support Phoenix athletics, as well as enjoy each other's company while tailgating before the game.
I have a freshman at Elon. This is our first Parents Weekend, and we are fired up.
And he's not the only one excited to be there. Family Weekend is a time when students, parents, and alumni come together to celebrate Elon. And at Elon, Saturdays mean tailgating and football with friends and family.
I like to come. It's fun, and we just laugh and have a good time.
Oh, I just love the atmosphere, and the student athletes are terrific young people.
I just enjoy the friendship and the fellowship we have with everyone another.
While current students may take game days for granted, returning alumni cherish the opportunity to reconnect with one another.
Love Elon. I've always loved it. My mother went here, and her brothers and sisters went here, and I came here, and I'm hoping my grandchildren will come here.
I got to reconnect with an old alumni that lived down the hall with me this week.
We just love it because the people are so nice, and you get to put up a tent in the rain, and it's just fun to be here and do these fun things.
For the alumni, coming to Rhodes Stadium for football games reminds them of how far the program has come since they were students.
Oh, it's massive change. I mean, when I was at Elon, we went to a high school stadium and just watched it at a high school, even though we won a national championship that year. But with Rhodes Stadium, it makes a world of difference for the ambiance and just the whole thing. It's a great feeling here.
There was no tailgate atmosphere because everybody had to travel over. And now having a stadium on campus and having excitement, playing bigger division football, it's a great atmosphere. I hope it gets bigger.
While alumni like the pregame tailgating festivities, what it really comes down to for them is the enjoyment of watching a football game and being a part of the Elon community.
We just live for it. It's good socialization. It's a wonderful school. We live for it from Sunday to the next Saturday.
The alumni's continued support of the Elon football program makes game days in Rhodes Stadium even more exciting for the players.
A special thanks to all the fans, alumni, and parents that attended to support the Phoenix.
Coach Mary Tendler is nothing short of extraordinary, serving as the coach for Elon women's volleyball since 2003 and claiming SoCon Coach of the Year last season. However, before her success as a coach, she claimed her stake during her time as a collegiate and professional athlete.
Coach Mary Tendler is a strong leader and mentor for the girls on the Elon volleyball team. Unfortunately, most outside the program don't exactly understand how impressive her resume truly is. In college, at the University of Illinois, Coach Tendler won the Big Ten Freshman of the Year award and subsequently won the Big Ten Player of the Year award all 3 seasons following her freshman debut. Setting NCAA records throughout her career, Coach Tendler still ranks in the top 5 in career hitting percentage, season hitting percentage, and consecutive matches played. After college, she played professionally in Europe and even spent time on the United States national team.
I've had a very exciting career, and I've started playing when I was really young and had the opportunity to play in college like my players here, and then got the opportunity to play on the USA national team, which trained out of San Diego for about a year and a half. And then from there I went overseas and played in Germany and France. So had a lot of fun, met a lot of people, and you know, it kind of boosted me to become a coach and enjoy what I do now.
While her professional and Olympic careers were more than remarkable, Coach Tendler's college career can only be described as historic, putting up a 53-1 conference record during her final 3 seasons. Coach Tendler is the only Illini athlete to ever earn Big Ten Player of the Year 3 times. This feat propelled her to the Big Ten All-Decade team and even earned her the title of the University of Illinois Athlete of the Decade.
Time, Mary Eggers puts it down.
I think college days are the best, as you probably know, and in college I got to play in 2 Final Fours, and the first one we went to win the regional championship at home, beat Nebraska, who was one of the top teams in the country, and be able to go to our first Final Four was really exciting for me and my teammates.
Coach Tendler's transition from player to coach has been a smooth one. Bringing her knowledge of the game to her players has come as second nature, and she has even projected her love of the game onto them.
How much fun the sport of volleyball can be and how exciting it is. And I think, you know, whatever level, it's the same sport, and we're competing each and every day in practice and against the other teams, and just trying to have good experiences from that.
You can't be here and spend as much time and energy and be as exhausted and, you know, emotionally drained all the time and not love what you're doing. So for me, I think I love games because it's a break from the monotony of practice. I love getting out there and putting on a jersey and the warm-up and the fanfare. I love everything about that. So for me, personally, I get so excited all the time.
All-America Mary Eggers playing her last match for Illinois, and Nancy Brookhart this time of the Mid-East Regional Final has proven that they can compete with and beat the best.
With Coach Tendler at the helm, the team is hard at work continuing their SoCon season play, taking recent victories over Western Carolina and Appalachian State.
We'll be right back, but before the break, here's this week's trivia question. In 1972, Elon fielded their first ever women's basketball and volleyball teams. What venerable coach led both squads during their inaugural seasons?
The answer to the trivia question when we return, plus a baseball player who traded in his baseball cap for a football helmet.
And a road trip the women's soccer team won't soon forget. All this and so much more after the break.
One of the things that I believe in my heart is that the world needs Elon graduates. We are turning out some very special young people prepared to assume positions of leadership in the world, people who have been prepared to think as global citizens. The impact that these students are going to have, it's world-changing.
Over the last 100 years, millions of NCAA student athletes have gone pro in something other than sports.
Live the Maroon life and support Phoenix Athletics as Elon Volleyball takes on Davidson October 15th at 2 p.m. and again on the 16th against Georgia Southern. Phoenix football returns to Rhodes Stadium to take on Chattanooga on October 22nd at 3 p.m. For more information or to purchase tickets, head to elonphoenix.com.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Our show is made possible by devoted coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics in association with the School of Communications and your ESPN2 local sports break.
During his past 2 years at Elon, David Wood has made a name for himself on the baseball diamond. However, this year he's changing helmets and staking his claim instead on the football field.
While most collegiate athletes focus on one sport, former baseball player David Wood shows his versatility as an athlete during his first season on the football roster. I had the chance to talk with David to get his take on the switch from the diamond to the gridiron.
I knew I wanted to pursue baseball. I committed pretty early to Elon, but I guess my passion was for football, but I guess I kind of made a mistake and I just committed pretty early, and I knew I missed playing football, and since high school I've been wanting to play, and I decided junior year that it was eventually time to get back on the field. In high school I played wide receiver and cornerback. Coach Walker always emphasized that your speed on the football field is a lot different than baseball, so you had to prepare to all the lifting and running I did to get ready for this season was the main thing. They're two opposite sports, so just the speed of the game, getting my body into football shape, not baseball shape, and just all like the practice and how physical football is. So just getting my body and just getting prepared for the season was the main thing for me. What I'm going to miss most is, I guess, all the traveling, just the team bonding. We travel all the time. We're always together, just bus rides here and there, and just you play 60 plus games, so it's a grind of a season, but I enjoy just being with the team all the time, and just each game, you can make one mistake, the next day you come back and play football. You have one game a week and that's it, so that's what I'll miss. After this season, I'm gonna talk to the coaching staff and see what's best for me, and I'm really enjoying football now, so I'm not even thinking about baseball, so once the season's over, I'll talk to the coaching staff on football and decide at that point of my career. They're kind of similar. They're both sports were as a family, and I would say even football even more. It's a real team sport. Like, everyone comes together. If one person makes a mistake, you really see it. So I would just say there's really good team leadership on this team, and everyone's rooting for each other, and everyone's trying to help each other out. So both offense and defense, it's everyone really contributing to a team effort. What's most exciting about football is there's nothing like a football game. Playing baseball, I always knew that a football game, the adrenaline rush, the crowd, just everything that leads up. You practice so much for this one game each week, so just that moment you step on the field for game time there's no other feeling. It's the best feeling in the world.
David Wood on a return for the Phoenix.
I guess as just an athlete, I can do two sports, but I probably would consider myself as a football player at heart. I've always played. People don't know that I've played in high school. So I'm just trying to go out on the field and help Elon football win a championship, and whatever I can do is to help them is what I'll do.
We wish David and the rest of the football team luck in the rest of their season.
In early September, the women's soccer team traveled north to face off with UMass and Harvard. Though they were far away from the home field, the stands were still filled with some familiar faces.
Like most organizations at Elon, the women's soccer team features students from across the country. At the beginning of September, the girls traveled north to face off against both UMass and Harvard. While this was a new experience for the team, for some it was a chance to go back home and play in front of friends and family.
Well, it was our first big road trip as a team.
It was a great bonding experience. We took the sleeper bus.
We left Wednesday night around 11 o'clock, and mostly everyone had a bed.
The freshmen, we became so much closer.
When we first got on the bus, we didn't get the beds.
So it was like a 12, 13-hour trip. So there's a lot of movies and we had some good times.
And so we were facing each other and we stayed up and talked.
We tried to sleep as much as we could, and we stopped about, I guess it takes 9 hours to get to my house. And it was just great to be home. I saw my mom and my cousins and my grandma. And it was just nice to have like a home-cooked meal and just relax and take a break from the bus ride.
After stopping in at Jacqueline's house in New Jersey, the girls continued on to UMass to face an unfamiliar team with a few familiar faces.
The best thing for me about playing UMass and Harvard were playing against my friends. On UMass, there were about 5 or 6 girls that I grew up playing club with, that I've played against and that I've played with. 2 of my best friends play UMass. And so it was so great to play against them in a college setting.
The captain of Harvard was a buddy of mine, and we played against each other all throughout high school in multiple sports. And it was really nice to see her. I played with her in the summer. We played summer league together, so it was fun to be able. She actually scored on us, but that's all right.
While seeing friends was nice, it was nothing compared to the feeling of being with family.
It's an indescribable feeling being on the field and looking up and seeing your parents there.
Just to have that comfort to see them in the stands when you're playing, it did bring me back to high school. It was just nice to have them there because it's not easy for them to come down every weekend to North Carolina from New Jersey. So.
My parents don't really get to come down a lot because they're busy with my sister and all her sports going on back home. So it was amazing to look up in the stands and see like my dad, my mom, my Nana, my sister, and all those type of people that, you know, my Nana's 92, so she wouldn't really be able to make the trip down to Elon. So it was great to be able to have her see me play one last time.
I think family is a very big part of our team, and it's nice that on a road trip like that besides the team members bonding together, I think the families also bonding together, which is great.
It's no surprise that between the comforts of home and the camaraderie on the field, that the team came back to Elon with a greater sense of community.
It helps to go play teams that we're not used to, like a UMass or Harvard, and kind of, you know, see what we are capable of.
Again, it was early in the season, so it was a big bonding weekend for us.
Playing on the road is always challenging, and especially after a trip like that, you know, I thought we came together and learned a lot about our team and ourselves.
I think it was a great experience on the field and off the field for our team.
I strongly believe that a team does well based on their chemistry, and our team right now has great chemistry, and the Boston trip helped that so much.
We're really close this year. We have the smallest team since I've been here, and yeah, we love everybody. It's a really good year. We're all very close. It transfers onto the field, I think.
I think that whole Boston weekend really made us grow as a team and a family, and it's definitely going to help us along the way.
While on their road trip, the women also got a chance to see the Boston sights and attend a Red Sox game as a team. So, Greg, have you figured out the answer to the trivia question?
I don't know, Cabby. It's a tough one.
All right, well, let's take a look. I think I know. The question again is, in 1972, Elon fielded their first ever women's basketball and volleyball teams. What venerable coach led both squads during their inaugural seasons? The answer, Kay Yao. Overall, Coach Yao had a 57-19 record on the hardwood, including a national championship in 1974, and she also led the volleyball team to a 20-6 record their first year.
Don't go too far, because when we come back, we'll take you beyond the sidelines of the Elon versus Citadel game.
See you after the break.
Over the last 100 years, millions of NCAA student athletes have gone pro in something other than sports.
One of the things that I believe in my heart is that the world needs Elon graduates. We are turning out some very special young people prepared to assume positions of leadership in the world, people who have been prepared to think as global citizens. The impact that these students are going to have, it's world-changing.
Catch the Phoenix in action as women's soccer takes on Wofford October 16th at 2 p.m. and men's soccer takes on Georgia Southern October 21st at 6 p.m. Stay up to date on all things Elon Athletics by logging on to elonphoenix.com or by following us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Donations hugely impact both student athletes and programs of Elon Athletics.
Athletic scholarships are just one of many opportunities made possible by the generous members of the Phoenix Club and their endowment. Together, they account for over 70 scholarships, totaling nearly $4 million.
Here's a quick glimpse at the lives of the students the Phoenix Club impacts.
There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix Athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.
The Phoenix Club is just one part of the Live the Maroon Life campaign Elon Athletics launched for the 2011-2012 season.
Live the Maroon Life is the pride in the colors that bind us all together, those of us on the field and those of us in the stands.
What is living the maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our maroon. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the maroon life.
Be sure to check out livethemaroonlife.com for more information about the campaign and the Phoenix Club.
With Family Weekend in full swing, Rhodes Stadium was packed full of maroon and gold as fans and their families came out to support the Phoenix as they took on the Citadel.
Most teams at Elon have one main goal, to win their conference.
With most sports, teams get the playoffs to decide who the champions will be. But with football, they have to prove themselves in every regular season game.
In the SoCon, every game is a playoff game. You know, you almost have to go undefeated every year if you want to be SoCon champions.
Anytime you win a conference game, you're moving up and the other person's moving down.
I mean, Coach Stretchen always talks about every game is a championship game. You can't take any games off, especially in the Southern Conference.
Getting that first win, SoCon win, you know, as a W, you know, it's real important. So we're going to go in this game, you know, expecting to win and doing everything we can to prepare for it.
I mean, because it's a tone setter. It lets everybody else in the conference know if you win today, it's like you're serious about playing and you come to play every week.
We can't win a SoCon championship like we've been saying unless we win the first game. And so we got to stay with it and continue playing well and executing on offense and flying around the ball defense and just making plays.
To add to the atmosphere of playing the Citadel in their first Southern Conference game, the school prepared to welcome parents and siblings of Elon students in honor of Family Weekend.
Family Weekend's mostly for the student body. I know it's going to be a bigger crowd. It's a chance to for those freshman parents to see what Elon football is all about.
And the Phoenix did just that, as Elon clashed with the Citadel in a defensive battle.
As a defense, we were stopping the Citadel, I mean, the whole game.
However, the Citadel saw equal success on defense, forcing the Phoenix to turn to kicker Adam Schreiner, keeping them in the game at halftime, down 7-6. But Elon knew that they needed a spark and turned to quarterback Thomas Wilson.
I got a lot of playmakers around me at receiver and running back and at a tight end position, so that if I get the ball in their hands, they're able to make plays and score the points.
And Wilson was given that opportunity early in the second half. The Citadel responded late in the game, sending it to overtime. Elon was forced to regroup and get their heads back in the game.
I think throughout the whole game, you have to have a positive attitude.
You could say it was our composure, but we kept it in a tight situation the whole game.
You know, I don't think a word was said. I just think we all knew what we had to do.
Once again, the Phoenix turned to kicker Adam Schreiner to take the lead 18-15, putting the game in the hands of their defense. And after 3 great stops, it was the Citadel's turn to kick a field goal.
It was just a great game. It's why you come to college to play a sport, to be an athlete. You live to play in a game like that.
Such an exciting game. We can't wait to see what else the team has in store as they continue their season.
Well, that's our show today. If you missed anything or want to watch again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Also, be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for everything maroon and gold.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you have an amazing weekend.
Join us next Saturday at 8:30 here on your ESPN2 local sports break. For Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Cabby Borders.
And I'm Greg Brzezowski. Thanks for watching.